Well, Chris, you have a new highlight for your highlight reel. How good did that one feel to go out there and get back in the win column?
Man, I've been putting in a lot of work, a lot of hours. Last fight didn't go my way, so to see all my hard work paying off, man, it meant a lot. It meant a lot.
And we didn't get the chance to talk to you after that last fight, but I guess the months that came following it, leading up to this one, coming out of your first loss, I guess, how did it feel? What was the mental side of experiencing that for the first time?
Yeah, that was my first MMA loss, but I've taken my fair share of losses over the years. I grew up wrestling at a really high level, and it's always deflating. You never lose and feel good, but what it does force you to do is go back to the drawing board and kind of just reevaluate things. Yeah. So I went back to the drawing board, looked where I was deficient, looked where I was proficient, and just started connecting the dots a little bit. Kind of revamped my training. I've been driving down to CSA with Coach Kieran and a lot of those high-level guys and young ladies too down there, high-level striking, and we just kind of piggyback off of each other, and I help them, they help me. I scratch your back, you scratch my back, kind of thing, and tonight it paid off, so it felt really good.
Yeah, and I'm sure Saad Awad, somebody that's been around forever. He's in these gunslinging contests, but for you, I mean, could it have gone any better than that? Was that like a scenario, your best case scenario when you played it out in your head?
I had a million scenarios played out in my head, and that was probably not one of them. Like, I've been working on that high kick tirelessly. I work on it daily, and I see it from my training partners. I'm throwing it in practice. I'm landing it, and just to see it pay off and be able to put that on tape and put that performance on in the cage, it means a lot. It means a lot.
For sure. Going off of that, were you practicing that high kick specifically for Saad Awad, or just adding that to your repertoire in general?
No, man, just kind of in general. I train with a ton of high-level guys, and they really like throwing that high kick. Andre Feely especially, he's hit me with that shit more times than I care to admit, to be honest. So it's kind of like I said, man, I scratch your back, they scratch my back. We're all just throwing ideas and just kind of crafting and molding each other. So it just kind of went down like that.
And you said like this scenario is probably low down on the list of how it would turn out. So when you actually threw that, when did you decide, like, I'm going to throw this high kick? Like, was there a moment in there, or you just, like, in the moment, just caught up in it?
Yeah, so I try to stay in the moment as much as I can. When you got a bunch of people screaming and cheering for the other guy, it's not the easiest thing to do, but I'm recalling the fight right now. I'm playing it back in my head, and I think he threw a rear kick as well, which I blocked. And I was like, fuck you. Here's my rear kick. And so it just kind of happened like that.
So that kick doesn't land. What was the game plan for this opponent?
I always plan to go in there and just dominate for 15 minutes. Go in there and impose my will. I feel like I'm bigger, faster, and stronger than all these guys, or most of these guys. So that's always the game plan, prepared for 15 minutes, and to be able to go out there and get it done in 36 seconds, man, that was a lot easier than a 15-minute war.
And like Nolan said, Saad Awad's been around for a long time. He's a name a lot of Bellator fans know. So what do you want next after this? Is there a date or a name in mind, or when do you want to get back in there?
Yeah, I want to stay active as possible. I've had a few layoffs for just various injuries I've had over the years. I know they're going to be in San Jose pretty soon. I know they got a couple other cards lined up, so all options are on the table. I'd like to, just keep this train rolling and get as much momentum as I can to keep 2022 going.
Would you go to London to fight?
Yeah, if they're going to pay the taxes for me.
All right, Chris, thanks for the time, man. Congrats on the
Appreciate
win.
you guys. Thank you.